Hello everyone, it's Keith Folk from the Joliet Public Library Digital Media Studio. Today we are interviewing Professor Silvanus Okeke, author, lecturer, and consultant. We had a few questions we wanted to run by the professor. Again, Professor Okeke, you came into this country, taught a number of colleges and universities, and in business and finance. And at least I met you teaching in Joliet Junior College in Joliet, Illinois. Why the interest in global health?
Global health because health prevention has been in my mind all through my life. And if it is possible, I would have wished that people live longer. So I decided to do more work and more research in global health. That was why I took interest in it. And I will do it until the end of the day.
Great, great. Anything else do you want to add to that? Or is, what inspired you?
Been inspired by the work of a great number of researchers who have been working on global health. And you discover that it is better for people to have their health prevented than going to hospital every minute of the day. Because if there's prevention of health, then people are likely to do better and they are likely to live longer.
Okay. What can you say about Nigeria? The question is, Nigeria a failed nation?
Well, somebody came out with that idea. Susan Rice of Brooklyn Institute talked of Nigeria as a failed nation in her writing in a book she co-authored. And Nigerians have not been happy because you have a lot of educated Nigerians even in this country. And we've been trying to let her know that that country can never be a failed nation. Number one, a country that has massive Christians who are praying on a daily basis cannot fail that way. She tried to group Nigeria within the countries of Somalia, Afghanistan, Zimbabwe, all those countries that are very weak. Nigeria is not a weak country. All that we have is that there is corruption in the country, and I'm sure the new head of state will be fighting that corruption so that people will see that that country is still the giant of Africa.
What about Boko Haram?
Well, Boko Haram, they almost completely exterminated. The head of state, the new head of state, has been an old military man. So we believe that with his emergence, he's going to completely wipe out the Boko Haram. They won't be terrorizing the country. And the news we are hearing these days that is not as sharp as they used to be. They've considerably gone down.
Okay, and what is the economic situation?
Well, the economic situation in the country is not like America, where you have people with link card trying to do something, trying to survive. That country, people are fighting and working hard individually to be able to make a living. So the economic situation is not the best. The Nigerians are hard workers, and I'm sure with time, with the new government, I believe that with the new government in power, Nigerians are going to come up the stage and assume their position as the giant of Africa once more.
Now, can you elaborate on anything in Nigeria that is up and coming that you can?
Yeah, I've always said any government that enters in that country, we just need one particular infrastructure to be developed.
Yes.
If Buhari, the current president, is able to develop light in that country, just light, not even talking of roads, not talking of bridges or whatever, and we have light in Nigeria that is constant, then you see a lot of businessmen pulling back into the country. You see a lot of industries developing. You see a lot of people going back to their base instead of being in America and instead of developing some other countries. They will surely get back. If Buhari can develop just light for that country, that would be a very big achievement. because various governments have always come in and they continue complaining. We met an empty purse, we didn't see anything. But let him start from somewhere and develop, even if it is only light in that country. A lot of people would have gone back into Nigeria.
We had a series of lectures in regards to the longevity of people in certain countries. And this is now available on YouTube, along with some descriptions of your books that you have published in the last 20 years. Now, you had some information about infrastructure and security to life that led to people's longevity of living. Less stress, better food, don't smoke, typical things that we consider in the United States. Did you want to tell us about these series of lectures?
Yeah, the series of lectures are supposed to educate people on how to live, especially the policymakers. If policymakers can direct their attention, whatever they do, towards the safety of life, that would be very, very important, because there is no safety in Nigeria, I can tell you, except we start working hard on that. People fear whether they are going to survive the next day, and that is an area we need to do a lot of job. The infrastructure is not well developed because the government hasn't been doing well, but I'm sure, I'm very optimistic and I'm excited that whoever now is in government is going to turn things around. When you have people who are living good life, when you have safety in a country, the productivity is likely to improve. The way they do things is likely to be enhanced, and that will help the people to even live longer.
So now, do you have any message that you can give people in the United States, which is now your home? Global therapy, if you want to call it that you can tell us, coming from a nation outside the United States?
Yeah, that brings me to diversity. People are diverse in nature, like you have in the United States, immigrants from different countries. The idea is that people are bringing into this country a number of things. They are virtually bringing in their culture into this country, being able to live a good life, being able to handle, say, the children, the way you train children, the way you bring people up. They are all very important to our own home country. So when we bring it here, it is also to contribute to the development of this place. Something like drugs, something like smoking, things that damage an economy, we don't have much of it in our country, and those are lessons we really need to learn, even in this place. And when we're also talking of global health, how people can live longer, it is also important, you know, the kind of things you eat, the dieting, the food, and some of us who are from different countries come with our food, come with our culture. We don't want to change. So the idea is for people to learn how others live, respect how others live, so that we can always dwell in unity as brothers and sisters.
Wonderful, wonderful. Any parting information you would like to discuss?
Well, there are a number of graduates in this country from Nigeria, especially PhD holders. So I would say that it is not that these people are not willing to go back to their country. It is because we need a country where people are safe, where people are behaving like normal people, where there is safety for Nigerians to be able to pull back into their countries. Once that is done, a lot of people will be going back to their country. A lot of people will be going back to Nigeria. Some of these highly qualified people who don't have a very good job in this country will all be streaming back into their country.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah. Again, I want to thank Professor Silvanus Okeke, lecturer, author, consultant, and global health advocate.
Yes.
Thank you. See you.
Thank you.